So hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for the third episode of the Dirt 4 career mode walkthrough. I apologise, it's been sort of about 5 or 6 days, maybe even a week. I think maybe some people had thought that I wasn't going to be continuing this, but I am going to be. I just haven't really had the time to do the third episode until now. But last time we took part in some rallies and we did a very good job despite being very accident prone, and we've managed to now unlock a new Landrush license, which means we can take part in that discipline as well as rallying. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our debut in Landrush. That is going to be the first thing we do in this episode. Now, we're not going to go for the cross-car all-stars because I've seen them being driven and I think I need to be better at this game to go ahead and do that. They seem very interesting vehicles to use, so we're just going to go straight ahead for the Buggy challenge. Now, unfortunately for us, even in the classifieds, we can't actually afford the Lxury Buggy that is being used in this event. So we are going to have to race for another team. We won't be able to use our own team. We're going to have to do an invitational as someone else's squad. So here you can see the rounds are in Nevada and California. There's 2 in California to round off this Valvoline sponsored championship. And you can see we're going to be racing for CRC Tech, just under the specification of the buggy that we're going to be using. So that's the team we're going to be racing for, which means that any of the prize money we get, which apparently is 104,000 credits for winning this tournament, will unfortunately be split away from us, and some of it will go to the team, which I suppose is fair enough. And this is our Landrush debut, and I've put the AI difficulty up to tough from what it was, which was demanding here. This is the first time I'll have driven Landrush on the game, generally speaking, so we've arrived in Nevada for a bit of Landrush goodness. Goodness, I think, might be a bit of a strong word, quite frankly. I think badness is probably a lot more accurate. But in terms of the structuring of this event, we've got semi-finals and then a final. Obviously, the semi-finals are what we do first. The top 4, I'm guessing that's in terms of time, across the entire race that we compete in, go into the A final, and the bottom 4, or the slowest 4, go into the B final. It's almost like being in the final of a World Cup or being in the 3rd place playoff of a World Cup. Here are the team targets in the background. We've got a first impression target, which is to finish the event in 1st place within your vehicle class, aka just 1st place overall in an event like this, and fastest laps as well, which is to achieve the fastest lap once over the course of the event. We've got a better camera angle here. I'm not doing inside the car for these things because they've got like the mesh on the front. That's not the point. That's not the point. We're ready to get underway. The red lights, the 3 red lights are on and they're now off. And we're underway, and it's a shocker of a start. We've got like 3 teammates in this field, which is quite cool. There's 8 other drivers. This is going to be so messy down towards turn 1. Oh my god. That car at the front got well out of shape. And there's lots of contact. Oh my god, there's cars up on less than 4 wheels. This is not ideal. We're in a massive pack, boxed in. We managed to get out of it, and we're currently 4th place. Down into the 2nd turn. Oh my god, these lot can't stay away from each other. What's going on? The back end is so loose on these things as well in comparison to the rally cars that we've been driving. Oh my god, big slide there. But we've survived. We're 4th place, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the A final as things stand. Can we stay here? That's the question. Probably not is the answer. Sergio Aguero is leading. He's had a change of heart. He's had a change of career. We've lost 4th place as well. So now we're down to 5th. This is not good. Now we're only in the B final. We need to be in the A final if we want to actually win this event outright. There's contact. There's been a crash. There's been a crash there. This is carnage. P1 and 2 had got away a little bit, but we've ridden these moguls a little bit better than them. But the gap behind is quite high as Aguero does a lunge and it doesn't go well. There's been a crash. There's been a spin behind. Warner's fallen victim to the demolition derby that is Landrush. And Aguero's back in the lead. Aguero is back in the lead. Okay, we're on the final lap now as well, so we might as well just keep it calm. We've got a decent gap behind us, so we don't need to take any risks. As I say that, we're going to try and go through the middle of 2 Landrush buggies, and we've done exactly that. Can we hold on? Oh my god, a little bit loose down into this corner. Going to go well wide, but we've been blocked off by Price, and Aguero's gone through again. And we're up into P2. The rest of the field's sort of caught up. I think someone's gone wide again. Oh my god. We've gone wide now. We've lost 2nd. This is carnage. This is utter carnage. It's the final lap. We're in P3. Oh my god, literally the final corner. Oh my god, we've been ambushed on the final corner. Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? We finished 5th on the final corner. Where did they all come from? I'm pretty sure we just lost 3 positions on the final corner. So there you go. We're not in the A final, we're in the B final. What a shocking beginning to our Landrush career. Because obviously now the highest position we can finish in terms of, you know, race standings and championship points going into the next 2 events in this championship is 9th. That's the highest position we can now finish, and that's if we win the B final. We're into the B final, and we're right in the middle of everyone as far as I'm aware. This is not great. We're up against Gomez, who was the fastest driver from the semis to go into this one, and we've had a really poor start. And when you're in the middle, that's not ideal. We managed to break through, and we're up into 3rd, which I think would be, what, 11th overall in the standings when you take into account the first 8 who were in the A Championship. We've been barged out wide by Curtis, who I think was in our race in the semi-finals. We're up into P4/P3 over these moguls. We've lost out to someone on the outside and someone on the inside. We're going to get squashed in. Yes, we are, and we've been pinned between 2 drivers. That's probably going to be damage, and now we're down to P7, and we're P6. We've gone too deep there, and someone spun right in front of us. Get out of the way. Right, P7 is not where I wanted to be, especially in the flipping B final. If we were in the A final, at least we'd be finishing 7th. But we'd be sick. Oh, for goodness sake. Are you taking the piss? Can everyone just stop crashing in front of me? What's wrong with all of you? It's like being in bottom set of PE. Everyone who's in the B final is just incapable of driving. Apart from, of course, this Curtis guy who just keeps launching it up the inside of us at every single opportunity. Thankfully, this final is 5 laps rather than 4, so we've got a bit more time to catch the top 3 who have extended away thanks to that crash at turn 2. We're now getting involved with the contact. Who is that? He's just used us as a brake, and now we've gone wide. We're never going to catch up to the leaders if this lot just keep barging me out of the way and keep barging each other out of the way. Why are these lots so incapable of driving? There's been another crash. You're all useless. You're actually all useless. And then the thing is, though, they'll do this and then they'll just dive bomb me, and then we'll lose time again. The ambition on this lap is to just try and get away from this gaggle a little bit. I don't mind if we bring 1 driver with us, but just not have a gaggle, because it's just losing us so much time fighting and them just trying to attack us every single opportunity. And as I say that, this guy hits me again. Just go away, Duke. You're an actual dickhead. Why are you like this? Can we just... Right, look everyone, look. Let's be calm into turn 2 for the final time. Oh my god, we've gone up the inside of everyone. Right. Everyone get... Oh, there's been a crash. There's been a pile-up. Right. This is our opportunity. Get away. Let's go. Let's at least win the B final and not be completely embarrassed about today's proceedings. Right, we've learned our lesson. We've not gone ridiculously wide through the final corner. We're going to take it. It's the final lap. There's been a crash behind us, and we're going to win the B final. And I think that is 9th overall in the championship, which is okay. We've beaten half the field at the end of the day. So there's your event standings. As you can see, we've won the B final, which means basically we're the best of the rest behind the top 8. So we get 14 points in comparison to the guy who won that, who gets 25. Right, we've arrived in California for the 2nd round of this championship, and we'll be hoping for a slightly better event. This time to get into the A final is what we're aiming for. That's got to be the aim for this one, because we won the B final, so we've definitely got some pace. We just need to try and get into that top 8 so that we can actually get the top points in this event and go towards the championship. The lights are red, and after a long hold, they're now green. Not the greatest reaction time in comparison to the man on my left, but we're sort of swallowed into the pack, which is literally exactly what I didn't want. Quite frankly, I don't know this track either, and I didn't bother to look at it particularly before we started. There's been a bit of an incident in turn 1. We've been hit from both sides. Got a man gone wide here. We're into 5th place, which is where we finished, ironically, in the semis in the first event. So we've got to try and beat that, really, and try and get into the A final by getting in the top 4. All avenues blocked off there, but we can go up the inside of Gomez. That becomes the outside, though, so this might be quite a difficult move, especially given that's a hairpin. I thought that was going to be a chicane, and we've gone wide, and now we've lost the position to Perez. Why is the semi-final so much harder than the flipping B final? Well, I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it, really? Because the fastest guys do well in the semis still, don't they? Anyway, regardless of that, we're trying to sneak up the inside, but can't. We're into 6th place. It's all very close. Again, it's a 4-lap race because it's the semi-final. Is there going to be a little bit of a gap up the inside? There is, but we've caused a bit of carnage, really. So we go wide again, trying to get switched back. We've got a bit of contact there from the inside, sort of leaning up against us. And now leaning up against Perez on the right-hand side, we've got the better of him. We've stretched away from 5th place, which is vital. Although 2nd and 3rd have sort of come along with us to try and catch the leader, we're a long way away from 5th, which is good. Only 2 more corners to go as Duke goes a little bit wide. He was the one who was hitting us so frequently in the B final, so he's doing a decent job in this one. He's going to make it to the A final this time, and we're going to follow him. We're going to come across the line. We're just about going to beat Perez to the line, I think, and we take 2nd in the semi-final to progress to the A final. We are guaranteed to finish in the top 8 of this event. A little bit of damage again to the chassis, but once again it's nothing major, just some light damage to the bodywork and dampers this time. Right, we've arrived in the A final for the first time in this championship, and it's go time. This is the serious stuff now. The most important race we've been involved in really in this event. And it's go time. The 5-lap race is about to get underway when the lights go green, and they have better reactions to Duke, but worse than Perez, who gets a better start to our left-hand side. We've got to cross over into the middle. We're right in the middle of the melee, as we always seem to be down towards the first corner. Got the better of Perez down into the first corner. We've got men on our inside and in front. We've got a nice little line round the outside. Been forced out a little bit too wide and then lost the back end, though. We do maintain 4th. We've got Bryce on our inside, Hunter and Curtis in front. I don't think any of those were in our final, were they? Maybe they were. I don't know. We've lost another position now to Moore. We currently sit in 5th place. We lunge back up the inside of him, but he's still, I think, there on the left-hand side through the final corner. Try and edge around the outside. Oh, that's a really nice move to hold on to 4th place there. Give him some space on the inside, but we hold on. Lap 2 has come to a close. We're in the exact same position as where we started, but we're making movements now. The inside of Curtis, that's a big collision between 1st and 2nd. He's come back across on us, and we've made contact. We managed to sneak up the inside and take the lead from Hunter. A bit of a messy first corner from the AI there, but we managed to capitalise and take the position. At the moment, we are leading and we're winning the event because this is obviously the A final, so we get the full 25 points if things stay as they are. Around the penultimate corner now comes the final corner. Not close enough, I don't think, to make a lunge. Is the 2nd place man. We hold on to the inside, hug the apex. We've not got a great exit out of the corner, but there's not really much slipstream in these cars, and across the line we come to take 1st in the event. And the championship standings, although you'll probably see that in a moment, we've jumped all the way up from 9th into 2nd. So everyone's a little bit inconsistent, clearly, in this championship. We're on to 39 points. That is our first podium in Landrush and our first win in the Landrush discipline. We've taken plenty of event wins and rally wins and stage wins in rallying, but nothing similar in Landrush. And we've got 2,550 credits from passing both of the team targets. We're in California again for event number 3, but this time at the Clubman circuit. I don't know if that's any longer. I think it might be a little bit longer than the junior circuit, which we just raced at for the 2nd event. So, going into this, the final event of the championship, we've actually got a realistic chance of winning the entire thing if we repeat what we did in that last one. Hunter would have to finish, I think, in the top 3 in order to prevent us winning the entire championship. So this is it. This is the big one. This is what decides whether we get the win in the Buggy Challenge or whether we finish lower than 1st in the entire championship, generally speaking. We're ready for the lights. They're red. We wait for them to go green, and they go green. Again, not the greatest reactions in comparison to some of the guys around us. We're down to 7th place. Oh, there's contact there. Oh, massive accident to our right, and he's landed on us. Big roll for somebody. I'm going to assume it's Warren, given he's right at the back of the field. I think he might have carried on as if nothing happened. He got clipped going over one of the moguls and just flipped over completely as we move up into P3. Head of Martinez, and he's got the switchback on us now. But that was a massive incident there. We've been hit by Martinez. We've just about managed to save it. 2 of the drivers deciding that they're going to drive on top of each other. And we've got the momentum. We're going to try and go up the inside of both of them. We've lost the back end massively. And we lose our momentum. Oh my god, we've been hit from behind massively as well. We've been pushed out wide. We're now down into 6th place. This Martinez guy in the Castrol car needs to just leave us alone. We're 6th place at the moment, which obviously, as you will know by now, is nowhere near enough to get us into the A final. We've even got people trying to get round the outside of us, which isn't ideal, and he's made it stick. We've been hit now from behind as well. We've barged 5th place out of the way, sorry, 6th place, and we're back up into that P6. The guy's fanning out around us, or fanning out up in front of us. We need to get past 2 of these guys to get into the A final. and have any chance realistically of winning the championship. There's contact here. We're back up into P4 now. Got our nemesis Martinez ahead. We've been pushed from behind by Carrillo. Oh, this is carnage. More contact ahead. More contact with us. We're in P4. We're right on the bubble. This is not really where we want to be, generally speaking. But we are here. Can we hold on? I think we can just about. We're going to take 4th in the semi. We might even just nab 3rd on the line. No, it was 4th. Well, that was very tense, quite frankly. That was very, very tense indeed. We'll be starting 7th in the A final. It's a 5-lap sprint. Landrush has been very entertaining so far, I won't lie, and I hope you guys have liked it too. Let's go. The final is underway. It's not a great start. Hunter got the best start out of everyone, which is definitely not what we need, and he's leading down towards turn 1. We got caught on the bank there on the outside. Getting squeezed by Martinez again. This guy really needs to go away. But we are in 6th place after the first few turns. Got Hall there on the outside, which turns to the inside. Bit more contact up at the front. A few cars getting wheels stuck on each other and lifting up into the air, which seems to happen very frequently in Landrush. This is where we almost lost everything in the semi-final. Martinez is going down. I'm sorry, Martinez, you've just annoyed me far too much, and his teammate Perez is getting in the way now. Can everyone in these Castrol cars just go away? I've literally just been brake-checked into the final corner, and now we're down into 8th place. Where's Hunter? He's 4th at the moment. Okay, so everyone's alongside each other, so it's really hard to make moves. We have got the inside of Hall there, so that's one position. We need to really start carving through, though. We're already on to lap 3 of 5 here, only 2.5 laps to go, so we really need to start moving on up. Going to make a move up the inside here through this corner that's caused us so much carnage throughout this event so far. We've been hit from behind up onto 2 wheels, and we've been taken out. It's Perez, it's the Castrol cars again. And quite frankly, they're all dickheads. They've lost us a chance, I think, now, the championship. We're so far behind. We gave it our best shot, and I was about to say something before we crashed. Having literally said we're trying to aim for the win in this championship, it looks as if we're maybe not even going to finish 2nd in the championship, quite frankly. Don't get Castrol oil. That's one thing you can take out of this video. Aguero won it from Price and Martinez. Hunter only came 4th, so if we had have won that, we would have actually, I think, just taken the championship on races or events won. Thankfully for us, though, in the championship standings, we actually somehow managed to hold on to 2nd. We levelled actually with Aguero, so I suppose it's joint 2nd between myself and him. But Hunter ending up winning the championship by 10 points overall, getting 64. So there it is, 8th in the event standings, not ideal. Somehow we're going to come 2nd in this championship, having only finished 9th and 8th. I suppose we did win 1, but 9th and 8th in the other races isn't ideal. The championship then is complete. We've unlocked the next licence in Landrush, so we can now move up into the Pro B licence in Landrush after 2nd place in the Buggy Challenge Championship. T Hunter, or we're going to call him Terry for JWC Motorsport, sorry, he won. That, though, is the end of today's episode. We'll probably go back to Rally next time, which means we'll have a bit more time to do some of the off-track stuff, and we'll start next episode sort of working on some facilities and maybe bringing in some new staff as well. But if you enjoyed that Landrush, then make sure to slap a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel for similar content like this. You can now also follow me on Twitter as well. My handle will be on the screen. It is at the official FNG, and links to it are in the description. A mixed bag in terms of Landrush racing today. We did manage to win 1 event and take 2nd in the overall championship on our Landrush debut, and you cannot turn your nose up at that. It has been a pleasure ranting at you guys though today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.